Hey guys, welcome back to the Fitness Hutch channel. I just wanted to revisit this product review because it's been about 8 months since I bought these weights. I've been using them in the gym for myself, been using them in the gym for my clients, and a few people have messaged me and said, oh, we've seen your original product review, but what are these like? Do they stand the test of time? They've been through a winter, they've been in an outdoor, unheated gym. So it's been cold in here through the winter. People want to know if they've stood the test of time. For those of you who are just clicking on this and haven't seen the original video, feel free to go watch the original video, but I am going to do a full review on these now, how they are now and what I think of them. So it is these, just for those of you that haven't seen them, it is the 40 kilo Selectable MuscleSquad dumbbells. I'm going to show you them in a minute. I will move the camera around in a minute and we'll get to looking at them. But these dumbbells, I would suggest that these are probably the #1 essential piece of kit alongside a cable crossover and a power cage. Cable crossover and a power cage to have in your gym. Selectable dumbbells are the way forward. I would need such a huge dumbbell rack in here if it wasn't for these. And as you can see, so I'm going to take you over to them now. As you can see, they're compact, they're small. I've just got this one stood up onto one of my benches. You just have to excuse it. These benches are well used. Everything I say in the Fitness Hutch, it's all real life. These benches are well used, so there is a bit of damage. It's just how it is. But no, as you can see, there's no damage on these weights. I mean, these are fantastic. So obviously I've been using these for a little bit now, and so they are, you know, there is a few little scuffs in places. There's going to be, it's a gym, we're throwing stuff around. And yes, from where we've been outside and it's been a bit damp, we have got a little bit of rust around the handles, but nothing major. And when it was like that through the winter, I gave it a rub with some wire wool and it come off quite easily. So they've stood the test of time. They've done well. What I would say about these weights is these plates are individual. So let me just show you how they work. So what you do is you press this button here and you turn the dial. And as you can see on the dial, it's got different selectable values. So we've got 5, 8, 11, 14, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30.5, 33.5, 37 and 40, and they're all your options you can have. When you turn it to whichever one it is you want, so I'm going to put it on 5 to start with. You just lift the handle out, and the handle is 5 kilos. So the handle is 5 kilos, and the handle's out the way, and the plates stay in, and they just sit in the base. Now you can take the weights out individually, and as you'll see, as you put it back in, if we was to turn it then to 8. It will just lift out the plates that it needs and leave the other plates in, which is pretty cool. And it means if you want to, the fact that you can turn this to 5, take the handle out, it's the handle that weighs 5. All these are in here. So if you want to take them out and oil them and clean them separately, you can do. If you want to move them from place to place, you don't want to have to carry 40 kilos down the garden. You've got a couple of little runs you can do. You can take them all out separately. The only problem I found was, one of the biggest issues was through the winter when it was getting condensated. These would get condensated, then it would freeze. Then when you would lift them out, they wouldn't all lift out together. So I would say a bit of a negative, and this isn't the product's fault, it's probably my gym's fault, is that, you know, they need, if you've got a cold gym, you need to take them in and out of the gym, keep them in a warm environment. But other than that, I can't fault them for use. Maybe some people would think they're a bit bulky. It depends how much what your weight is that you're putting on. So you can have them onto, let's put it onto the 11, and that pulls them out. I mean, they're pretty big. If you was to be curling with it, it's quite a big weight to be curling, and they do move about a little bit on there, but they don't come off. That would be my only negative, but that far outweighs, I mean, the size of them. When you think this is a 40, this is 40 on its own, but also you've got a 5, an 8, 11. So if you think one dumbbell on its own is this size, and this is well, however many there is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's about 12 different weights all in one, and I've got 2 of them. So you can see how much space you actually save using these ones. So I suppose the other thing I should show you really is with it being 40, it's heavy, but I'm going to just pull it out. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to turn this first to 40. Release that. Lift the whole thing out. So that's the base that it sits on. And that's a nice light little base, but you do need to keep this for it to sit on. Then it sits back in there nice. So we'll keep it a nice short product review or a revisit. I would say after about 8 months of, probably 8 months, because we went through Christmas. I didn't buy them this year. Oh no, so probably about 10 months of using them. They've stood the test of time. They've stood that few months. There's no real issues with them. I would say a top piece of kit, definitely 5-star, and definitely a piece of kit that you need to be adding to your home gym. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, being involved with the Fitness Hutch. If you're not already a subscriber, please think about subscribing and hitting that like button if you like this. Tell your friends about this product. It's an amazing bit of kit. And stay tuned if you want to see some more product reviews in the future. Thank you very much for being here. Achieve your goals. Get out there. Choose life.